So if you have a block or a cushion, preferably one shaped lengthwise like so, or a towel that you can fold, or a few towels ideally, so that you have some height. We're going to begin in hero's pose. And I suggest the props because a lot of people find that it's not possible to sit in the pose without something to sit on. So, that being said, we sit on our feet to begin. And then lift your buttocks off your feet. Take the flesh of your calves, pull them aside. Take your feet wide enough so that you can sit down inside. And then if your buttocks does not reach the ground, then you want to prop yourself up with some cushioning. So we're going to be here for a few minutes. So do what you need to do in order to sit comfortably and not struggle. So if you've just joined, I'm just going to review. We're gonna start sitting on the feet. Lift the hips off the feet, take the feet wider, roll the flesh of the calves out, and then sit down inside the feet. And if you don't find that you can sit on the ground, then find a cushion, a block, or a folded blanket or towel to sit on. We'll just be here for a few moments, letting those who are still off finding props to get those and be comfortable. You want to try to let your sit bones release down. And as you do that, perhaps you can feel how that allows the belly to open. You might just rest your hands on your lap. You can stack one palm on top of the other, or if you prefer, hands down is fine. See if you can line your head up over your heart and over your sit bones. Lifting tall through the spine. Letting the shoulders relax down. And softening the belly even more and breathing deeply into that softened belly. If you're able to stay here in hero's pose, do so. If not, you can come into rock pose, just sitting on your feet. And if your knees are not happy in that position, you can take the prop and, I guess not if it's a block, but if it's a towel or a cushion, you can put it behind your knees. We'll rest the palms facing down on the thighs and begin to move the spine, drawing the hands toward the hips, the elbows back, the chest out and the eyes up, inhaling, exhaling, rounding the back, sliding the hands forward, tucking the chin, drawing the navel to the spine. And just continuing like that, really pulling the elbows back and opening the heart on the inhale. Using this rounding to release all the breath on the exhale, drawing the belly to the spine. And then we'll keep the movement the same in the spine and just open the arms now on the inhale. And then clasp the hands and press the palms forward on the exhale. Inhale the arms up, clasping the hands. Exhale, rounding and pressing forward. Inhale, opening wide. Exhale, rounding and pressing. Inhaling up. And then just complete the round that you're in. And then let your hands come back to your lap. Feeling those waves of breath, even without the body moving. And if you have a cushion, then or a towel, you can move that off to the side. If you're still in hero's pose, you're going to just extend your right leg forward. If not, go ahead and tuck that left foot to the outside of the left hip. Great. Now, lift your hips, tuck your tailbone under, lower back down, and then see if you can come back onto your elbows. Now bend your right leg and bring your right foot onto the ground. Push into the right foot, lift and tuck again. Keep the left knee on the ground. If your left knee is not on the ground, then you've gone too far back. So you don't want to come onto your elbows. If doing so pops that knee up off the ground. If you're on your knee and your elbows, you can see if you can lay all the way down onto your back. If laying down on your back pops the knee up, then you can try pressing into your right foot to help you press the left knee down. And if it's still popped up, then you've gone too far. Being on your back is not right for you. And then we can bring the left hand to the left heel and push away from us. And the right arm can come overhead. And then just slow, deep breathing. If you're able to press down into your right foot to keep curling your tailbone up, you might find that deepens the stretch if you're needing more. And the right arm comes back down. Tuck your chin and lift your head, coming onto elbows if you are on your back. Coming all the way up and bringing that right foot to the left knee in a pinwheel position. Right hand on the ground behind you. Press into the right hand to lift your hips and send the left arm up. If you can drop your head back, go ahead and do that. If you want to press down into the tops of your feet and bring your hips under you some more, you might find that beneficial. Really reaching out of the fingertips of your left hand. And then slowly lower down. Straighten that left leg. Keeping the right foot tucked in. Flex the left foot. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, stay long through the spine as you come over. Drop the elbows, drop the head. Press down firmly into the back of your left leg. And inhale and lengthen your spine. Pull your head away from your supports. Exhale, draw the belly in. Long, slow breaths flowing through your torso. In your next inhale, roll up, reach up. Exhale, the arms down. And then bring that right foot over to the outside of your left thigh. And use your hands to draw that right knee toward your left shoulder. And you can stay like this, or if you're able, without lifting the right sit bone off the ground, you can bend your left knee. If doing that, like I said, means your right buttock is no longer as weighted as your left one, then you want to keep your left leg straight. And then inhale and reach up with the right arm. Get long through your spine. Exhale, turn to the right, bring your hand to the ground right behind you. Keep moving that right knee toward your left shoulder. But now if you want, instead of holding on with your hand, you can cross your elbow over. And then if you've done that, take your index finger to your thumb, Gyan Mudra, and then see if you can place that on your heart center or as close as you're able. Beautiful. Inhale and lift tall through the spine. Exhale, roll your belly to the right. Inhale, tall. Exhale, roll your chest and shoulders. Inhale, tall. Exhale, reach your eyes around behind you. And then continue with each breath to lift up through the crown of your head. And inhale and turn on your exhale. Relaxing as you breathe out. Use an inhale to come back to center. And then if your left leg is straight, go ahead and bend it. And then kind of walk the right foot over to the left until your knees are almost stacking. Beautiful. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale the hand onto your upper back. First, we'll start by bringing the right hand onto the elbow and pressing down a bit. Good. And now bring the right hand behind your back, bend the elbow, and walk the hand up your back. If you have a towel handy from earlier, you might place the towel in your left hand, let it hang down, and then walk your right hand up the towel. If your hands naturally come together here, then you just interlace your fingers or hook them. Good, and release the hands and the towel if you're using it. And bring the hands to the ground, coming over your legs. No weight in the hands, just resting them. Resting the head. And then on an inhale, squeeze your buttocks tight. And exhale and let it go. And slowly come up. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale down. And release the legs. Shake them out. Maybe rub the knees if they feel a little bit achy. Good. And come back to stillness. Let's bend the right foot to the outside of the right hip. If you can, you want to be on the top of your foot with the sole of the foot facing up. With the hands behind you, you can lift your buttocks, tuck your tailbone and come back down. And then see if you can come onto your elbows. And again, if coming onto your elbows lifts the knee, don't come onto the elbows. And then bend the left leg, bring the foot on the ground, push into that foot to lift your hips, tuck under again, and come onto your back if you're able without lifting the knee. And then that right hand can come to the right heel and push away. And the left arm can come overhead. And then maintain some pressure down into that left foot to keep the tailbone curled up. That not only deepens the stretch, but it kind of protects the lower back. Bring the hands back down, lift your head, bring yourself up, and then bring that left foot to the right knee, left hand on the ground behind you, and lift the hips, lift the arm, send it back, drop the head back if you can, and then press into the tops of the feet and tuck the hips under even more if you're able. Now spread the breath open into the body. There's a lot of space here. See where the breath can go. Where maybe it can make more space. Beautiful. Release the hips down, the arms down, and send the right leg forward. Flexing the right foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach out to keep the spine long. And then relax the hands, the head. Really activate that foot. So you're pressing the heel away and pulling the toes in. And press down like you're trying to touch the back of your knee to the floor. And then as you do that, maybe it'll be easier for you to lengthen out through the torso. Pressing down to extend out. You try to relax, especially on those exhales, long and slow and deep. And then roll yourself up with an inhale, reaching up. Exhaling down. Bring the left foot over to the outside of the thigh. And then we're not symmetrical, so see how it is on this side. So maybe on the other side you were able to, and this side you're not, or maybe on the other side you weren't, and on this side you are. When I say able to, I mean that the sit bones are both on the ground. And then use the hands to draw that left knee toward the right shoulder. And then also use that grip on the knee to help lift taller through the spine. And then inhale the left arm up. Exhale the hand to the ground right behind you. Push into the hand to get taller still. Inhaling into that length. Exhale, turn the belly to the left. Inhale, tall. Exhale, ribs, chest, shoulders. Inhale, tall. Exhale, turn your head again. With each inhale, grow taller. With each exhale, turn. And inhale back around to the front. If your right leg is not bent, bend it under you now. And then walk the left foot over to the right. Feet are out to the sides. Inhale, right arm up. Bend the elbow, hand on the upper back. And bring the left hand onto the elbow and press down. Nice stretch there for the tricep. And then we'll take that left hand behind the back and walk it up the back. Again, if you have a towel handy, that's always helpful. Holding the towel in the right hand and then walking the left hand up the towel to get you deeper into that left shoulder stretch. Or just finding the right fingers with the left fingers if you can. And release the arms down to the ground and relax over your legs. Elbows bend, hands gentle, no weight in the hands. Head relax down. And then just to make sure you're not gripping with the buttocks, we'll inhale and intentionally squeeze the buttocks tight. And then exhale, let that go. Focus on your breath, in and out, using that to help you relax. And inhale, roll up, reach up. Exhale the arms down. Open the legs out, nice and wide. Pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones. And roll the flesh of your thighs forward. So we have some options here. You can have your hands behind you and lift your chest. If you can keep your chest lifted with your hands in front of you, then you can bring your hands in front of you. But don't bring your hands in front of you if that looks like this. If your hands are in front of you and your chest is lifted, if you pull the hands, fingers toward your thighs, that might help bring those back ribs forward and keep the front body long and open. And then with each exhale, you can see if the body is able to come forward a little bit without rounding. So the forward is hinging from the hips, not the spine. You want to try to keep the spine long and straight and the heart lifted. And then you can just see if bending the elbows a little more lets the spine come forward a little more. And begin to walk the hands in, rolling yourself up, reaching up as you inhale. Exhale the arms down to the outer thighs and help your legs back around to the front, maybe shaking around. And then we'll come over the feet onto hands and knees. We'll take a few rounds of cat and cow. So start in a nice table position where your arms are straight down and thighs are straight down. So you're really supported by your four legs of the table. And then moving from the tailbone all the way up to the head. The exhale rounds the back. The inhale arches. Both movements follow the breath. Both movements start the tailbone in ripple. So it's not one move, but rather a continuous sequence of movements. You only have time for one yoga posture per day. Make it this one. Nothing more important than keeping the spine flexible. And then we'll come back to neutral spine and bring the hands forward and come down onto your belly. Have the hands under your shoulders with the elbows tucked by your side ribs. Tuck the tailbone down. We'll start with a little baby cobra, just lifting the chin and chest and pulling the elbows back toward your heels. Breathing. Good. And relax down. Now, for some of you, the baby cobra is as far as you should go. If you get pain in your back by going further, then just stay in this low version. The rest of us will come into a full king cobra, really pressing down into the tailbone, the pubic bone, inhaling, lifting the chin, and then engaging the hands to peel the spine up even more. We'll keep the hands back enough so that you can bring the shoulders back. So we don't want it to look like this. We want to be able to have the elbows bent still and feel like the shoulder blades are folding in toward each other. And then pull the back ribs forward and lift the chest up. And if you're in the baby cobra, you still want to breathe up into your heart. And then we'll push into the hands, lift the hips, curl the toes, spread the fingers, and come into downward dog. Press forward through all 10 fingers, really lengthening the spine, counter stretching. Pulling the shoulders down the back, pressing the thighs back and the heels down. And then with an exhale, releasing the heart toward the floor. Drop the head. And continue that sense of the hands pushing the weight back into the heels. And then on an inhale, look forward and lift the right leg. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. We'll keep the back heel lifted and lift the body. Then lock your thumbs and lift the arms overhead. Sink your hips low, but keep your back knee straight. And then act like you're trying to pull your hands apart. And then bring the left heel onto the ground, rotating your belly to the left. Bring the right hand down onto the leg, right index finger to thumb, left arm reaching overhead. Stretching long through the side body, pushing back through the left foot and out through the left hand. Imagine that the breath is so long that it travels the whole length of your body to your fingertips. Beautiful. And then lift the left arm straight up, straighten your right leg, and slide your right hand down your leg. Coming into triangle pose, taking your gaze up to your left thumb. Bring your tailbone under you. Inhale and lengthen the right side. And exhale, drop the left ribs down toward the right ribs. And release the hands to the ground, bending the front knee, lifting the back heel. Step back into downward dog. And then on an inhale, lift the left leg, look forward. And exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Beautiful. Back heel stays off the ground. Lift yourself up, reach the arms up. And then I didn't tell you to remember which thumb was in front, but you probably went this time to the same expression of this as you went last time. So then just switch, bring the opposite thumb to the front. And then really press back through that right heel. Pull under with the tailbone. The arms, the hands apart. Breathe into it. Sink the hips lower without bending the back knee. Looks nice, you guys. Back heel comes to the ground, rolling the belly to the right. And release the left arm onto the left leg. Index finger to thumb, right arm overhead. Push back into the heel and reach out through the hand. Side angle pose. And then bring the right arm up in the air, straighten the left leg, and slide your left hand down the leg. Inhale, lengthen your left side. Exhale, drop your right ribs down. Take your gaze up to your right thumb and bring your tailbone under you. Good. Bend the front knee, bring the hands to the ground and step forward. Bring your hands onto your shins or calves. Inhale, lift your chin and chest. Exhale, fold forward. Let's clasp the hands behind the back of the head and bring the elbows toward the wall behind you. Let the weight of the hands draw downward toward the floor. On your next inhale, release your hands, soften your knees, roll yourself up, reaching the arms all the way up. And then exhale, bring the hands together at the heart. And standing in stillness for a moment. And then lift your toes and spread them wide and lower them back down. Release the hands down. Shift weight into your left leg. Bring the left arm up. Feeling that line of energy from the foot all the way up to the hand. And then turn the right palm to face out and open the eyes, finding a spot in front of you, resting your gaze there. And then lift your foot into your hand. Kick the foot back. With equal force, reach the left arm up. Steady it with your breath. You can bring your knee down a little bit more. So not so much out to the side, but straight down and back. There you go. Release the arm, leg, close the eyes. Breath, feel feet on the ground. Feel your connection to the earth. Shift weight into your right foot. Bring the right arm up. Feel that solid line, like a bamboo stalk, going deep into the earth. Let the eyes open softly, but keep them fixed. Left palm turns out. And then lift the left foot, keeping the left palm turned out. So you're not holding the foot this way, you're holding with the palm out so that that shoulder and chest stays rolled open. And then begin to kick up and back with your left foot, reaching with equal force through the right arm, and that will help you balance. Also with your deep breath and your fixed gaze. Please stand for a moment with the eyes closed. And just shake the body. You might want to breathe out of the mouth. Good. And come to stillness. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart, lifting the heels, bending the knees, and coming down. Tuck the tailbone, lift the chest. And if you want to make it harder, the arms can come up. If you want to make it harder, you can close your eyes. Keep releasing the tailbone and the sit bones down, really opening the lower back. Good. Hands back down. Bring them all the way to the ground. Coming onto your buttocks. Bring them all the way onto your back, keeping the knees bent. Palms face down on either side of the hips, feet under the knees. Lift the hips. Roll your shoulders under you. If you're able to clasp your hands together, go ahead and do that. If not, you might grab onto the outer edges of your mat and kind of pull away from you for the same effect. Really coming onto the shoulders as much as possible. And then pressing forward through the feet, lifting the buttocks, pressing down through the upper arms, lifting the ribs. Breathing into the heart. Relax hands and slowly lay your spine down, one vertebra at a time. And then lift your feet and wrap your hands around the bottoms of the feet and pull your feet toward the wall behind you, trying to get the ankles to line up with the knees. Pull the chin down toward your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and relax the backs of your shoulders toward the ground. And you might want to just stay here, or you can make it a little more active and continue to use your hands to point your toes toward the wall behind you. Wherever you are, see if you can breathe wide across your back and maybe feel it even in your hips. Release your hands and bring your knees to your chest. Bring the right foot to the ground. Straighten the left leg. Bringing the right hand to the outer left leg. We're going to walk that right foot all the way over to the left and grab hold of it with the left hand. So left hand finds the right foot, which is by the left buttock. And then go ahead and draw that left leg all the way over to the right side and turn your head to the left. Relax down into your right hip. Those of you who can hold your big toe with your right hand, go ahead and do that. How do you feel the breath here? And then lift that left leg back up. Bring the right foot back onto the ground. Bring the left foot down. Square out your hips and your spine. And bring the right leg up in the air. Left hand to the outside of the leg or to the big toe. And then walk that left foot over to the right until you can grab the foot with the right hand. And then bring that right leg over to the left. Try to bring your right shoulder down. Turn your head to the right. Breathe the breath all the way through it. And then lift the right leg back up. Bend the knee, place it on the ground. Place the left foot on the ground. Square off your hips and hug your knees to your chest. Lift your forehead to your knees. Squeeze all the air out. Release your head back down. Bring your feet down. Lift your tailbone, tuck it under. Release your legs and shake them out. And if you have an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. And then we'll all bring the arms out so that your body looks kind of like a star. Breathe into your whole body, deep inhale. Exhale out of the mouth, sinking the body into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, lips part slightly. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. Turning your attention to your breath. And letting go of your breath so that you're not trying to breathe, you're just breathing. However it is, just notice the breath. Let your awareness settle in the feeling of the breath without control, without judgment. Deeply relax. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
To your heart, move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead, take a deep breath, stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest and rock from side to side. Feeling the ground massage. Come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. And then roll onto your side, resting your head on your other side arm, resting your body on the ground, resting your awareness in the preciousness of this moment. Seeing what's here, taking it in, curiosity, appreciation. When you're ready, begin to lift yourself up, letting your head come up last, coming into any comfortable seated position. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the spine. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, lift the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.